forever here. I got to make candle. I don't know. I was trying to move this because it like makes one eye dark and the other light, and it's like makes the energy weird. Anyways, 20 seconds in, and I'm already. Oh, I feel like I just totally changed the vibe of this video. Now I see a bunch of tracers. Earlier, I kept hearing the Temperance card. And today has kind of been a day about soul family. And well, first I'll start with the temperance card. I was hearing temperance, and it made me think like, oh, tarot, temperance card. And I don't know that much about tarot. Like, surprised I picked up on what temperance meant, but that's how the psychic energies work, right? So I looked up temperance, and it has to do with like harmony and balance with inner parts, and like relating to like drugs and alcohol. And I'm almost wondering if I was hearing this from my twin flame, or if this is just a divine guidance. I feel like I was hearing this from my twin flame, but it has to do with patience and balance and harmony and something good manifesting for me that's related to a partnership and a relationship, which is all what my aim has been for the past, actually pretty much the past 4 years, but particularly the past 2 to 3 years. That's been my growing aim, is to having this divine partnership with this divine relationship, to be of service and to co-create and to be artistic and whatever. So soul family. So my twin flame like pretty much lied, and I don't know exactly what happened, so I don't know if I really want to speculate, but my soul family members kind of just wrote me off. And I was kind of like, okay, they're not soul family members then, because that's not what soul family members do. Like, if you're in need of help, they're there to help you. I mean, that's a loving, compassionate thing to do, you know? And I feel like for the most part, they did kind of try to help me, but they just kind of wrote me off and underestimated me, and like they didn't see me as soul family member. And it kind of pissed me off a little bit, and it kind of made me confused and frustrated. And you know, I didn't necessarily resent them, but I felt like I needed to kind of shift kind of my energy and kind of make amends energetically. And so there's kind of this mess, and there's a lot of confusion from the lack of communication. And I guess I did kind of hold a little bit of resentment. And it's just kind of like uncomfortable because of kind of how things unfolded through the confusion. But anyways, I was going through my phone, and I saw one of my soul family members that lives in Poland, that I still had her number, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to message her, because this has kind of been coming up today, like soul family and soul family reunion, and I just kind of feel guided that, or maybe this is just what I want, is I want to have a soul family reunion at this beautiful cabin or home that I live in here in Arizona. And, you know, so I took kind of a picture of, like, my fireplace is made out of rose quartz, and I think that's really cool to have a fireplace made out of rose quartz. And so I took a picture of that, and kind of took a picture of me and sent her a message. But before I sent the message, I was kind of thinking about it, and I kept hearing the word temperance in my mind. And so maybe it was telling me to be patient and to not say anything. Maybe that was the message. I don't know. But I did say something, and I don't know if she'll respond to me. I don't know if that's still her number. I don't know. I don't know if it was necessarily a bad thing. It didn't necessarily feel bad. I don't I don't know if it was needed. Maybe the divine needed me to do that to kind of stir the pot of things. You know, I pretty much I tried to do all these things to try to open up communication between me and my twin flame. And I mean, I did so much. And, you know, and some of the things that I did was kind of crazy. But that's how the silent treatment works, you know. My twin flame's not a narcissist, but it was kind of like she suppressed me and she turned cold. And that was definitely an archetype she got from her father. She's mentioned that in one of her videos. And it just left me on the fence in this state of suspense, like in a state of indecisiveness, which she was needing to make a decision, but it like kept me on the fence for me making decisions and plans for my future. I mean, like, imagine, right? Obviously, that would make it hard to make decisions because you're trying to make decisions that are geared towards this perceived relationship with this person, and you don't know what decisions to make without communication with this other person because you feel like your life needs to be involved with this person, right? So it made me try to open up communication and also being like in a state of suspense and like wanting to communicate with this person, wanting to share myself. So I was verbally communicating with her. I was like doubting myself, like I don't know if she's listening to me. And I was texting her for a whole year, and I'm just trusting that she's going to respond to me or that she was listening to me. And it felt like I was getting a response energetically and telepathically from her. And I was definitely tuned into her energy. I don't know if it was because she was reading my text or not. I think it was because I ended up, I was messaging, I was, well, I ended up getting a thing when I did send her a text message after I'd been texting her for a year that said that she blocked me. But I'm like texting her for a whole year and like she didn't block me, I guess. So she probably was listening to me. And one of the soul family members, I hope this isn't too personal for me to share. I mean, if there's someone else that's going through this, they probably need to hear someone else talk about it so that they don't feel alone, you know, and so that they don't feel crazy. I mean, God, I must be emotionally strong to be able to go through this. But I was sending her things because I was realizing, oh, I have high functioning autism, and I was sending her messages that I had autism and videos about autism. And I was trying to open up communication by talking with this other soul family member. And he relayed to me that she said something about autism, and that's why I was acting the way I was. And it's like, and it took me a long time afterwards to realize, like, she was definitely reading my messages if she knew that I had autism, because how else would she know that? Because I told her and she was listening to me. So who sits there and listens and reads someone's text messages for over a year and doesn't have feelings for that person? You know what I'm saying? So, and then the doubt comes in. It's like, well, what if I sent her an email and she read the email? What if, and I don't think I did that. What if I posted something on my Facebook and she got on my Facebook and learned that way? And it's like, the things that the mind does, and that's just doubt, and it's probably not true. But anyways, man, I feel like this, I don't know. Oh, I made a good video earlier when I was walking up the road, and it didn't save on my phone, and so I felt like I needed to make another video, and I just feel kind of inspired to share my experience in journal and do express. So like, because I need to express. And I wanted to talk about soul family because that seemed to be something important today. And soul family coming together, and it's kind of sad my situation. Like, you know, I was just kind of written off by soul family. But when you also look at it, it's like I was pretty much written off by soul family because my supposed twin flame, someone that I'm supposed to be married with someday, and that I'm supposed to be in love with, like, lied. And like, if there's anyone that I should be mad at, it's her, not my other soul family members. But like, in talking about being received, I mentioned that in my video earlier today. Like, that's about not being received, because one of the soul family members, like, was just kind of a dick, like, treating me like I didn't know shit, like I fell off the turnip truck yesterday. And it's like, telling me, oh, I'm just making it up. And like, no, I'm not making this up. I'm fucking psychic, dude. And I'm having these telepathic conversations with this person. And the energy's extremely strong. And I'm calling you, asking for help to try to open up communication. And you're just like it's like a competition. Like, he said something like, because apparently when he was a young kid, his mom didn't feed him, and he had to go without food. And he's like, well, you look like you're a well-fed person. What's the longest you've gone without eating? And I'm like, 10, 11 days? Because I have been, a homeless traveler. I don't know if I'd consider myself homeless, but I was a traveler, and like, I would run out of money and I wouldn't be able to eat for days on end. But I fast too, so I take the opportunity. I love fasting. And I fasted for like 11 days before. And it's like, yeah, I know what it's like to starve and to not have food. And to like not have any energy, like you're about to collapse over from not eating. I've been there, I've done that. And plus, as I was traveling, I kept tuning into this person's energy, and I didn't know it, because apparently he had to eat bugs when he was a kid and couldn't go to the beach. That's what he told me. And then I'm thinking like, whoa, that's why when I was on the same grid line as him, I kept seeing bugs and shit. And I'm like thinking like, whoa, I'm like ungrounded and losing my mind. Like, but I wasn't delusional. I was tuning into his energy, because I'm laying there meditating. I kept hearing this little kid, or having this thought of this little kid, like, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And I'm thinking like, that must be my inner child. I'm hungry because I haven't ate for like 4 days. And it's like, oh, this is this person's energy. So, anyways, I feel like I'm making amends with my soul family. And truly, I was like treated very unfairly and just written off. And if there's anyone that needs to make amends, it's my soul family. It's my twin flame. And there needs to be an explanation for resolution. Because before this relationship ever even came together, it was wounded. It was wounded. And you could say, oh, we're making mistakes and wounding so that we learn lessons and shit. And it's like, I don't know. I don't really look at life through that. You're going to evolve and learn things and grow as you go through life. You don't have to sit there and always think like, oh, what's the lesson I'm learning? This and that. Sometimes that's important, but honestly, I think it's just important to move through life and learn things as you go. You don't have to overanalyze things. So, what was I saying? I feel my twin flame's energy like sucked up so close next to me, and it's just like, in feeling what she's going through, and it can be confusing and gets in the way of things that I'm doing, because it changes my mood. Because if you're empathing someone and they're feeling sad and it's disrupting your happy feeling, it can disrupt your whole day, You're trying to do something and have a good time, and then your twin flame's sad about something that she did to you, and it's like, man, like, I'm trying to do sound like I was doing a sound healing session, and I felt all this anxiety. I knew it was coming from my twin flame because it was like this collision energy, and she talks about that a lot. And it's like this colliding of relationships and the collision, and it's like, man, I need to not be feeling your energy because I'm trying to heal some people right now, and I'm trying to make money so that I can make a way for myself. I'm trying to create an image for my, or not an image, but get myself out there and known as a healer. And it's like, you ignoring me is just only making my life bad, or making it really hard. It's even hard to even talk about this message because I keep getting all of these messages from her or things that she's thinking. And that might be why I'm making this video, because she might be making a video right now. And I have noticed that I've done that. And then watch one of her videos, and it's like, wow, that's kind of what I was talking about. So, the temperance card. So you watch, now she posts a video talking about the temperance card or something, right? Some shit like that. That would be funny. Maybe not. I don't know. So, I guess I should just keep this video at like 16 minutes. Oh yeah, what else I want to talk about is I felt this level of excitement. So Soul Family coming together, I feel this excitement, and maybe she's feeling this excitement. She posted something on her Facebook about like ET and talking about Soul Family and her taking off, and like it's like she's leading Soul Family to the West Coast. And maybe that's what her creative plan is. And I hope me messaging this Soul Family member didn't screw shit up, but it's like, that's why you got to talk about it. That's why you got to communicate. That's why you got to express your freaking feelings and your plan and what you want to do. Not keep things a secret. You know? Like, it makes things extremely confusing when you don't communicate in a grounded way. You know? I was thinking, like, she needs to communicate directly. But, you know, telepathy is actually probably more direct than using a cell phone, honestly. But that's not something that we can really fully rely on right now. Like, we need the grounded conversation of just talking on the phone. And that's the obvious thing. And it would clear up so much frustration and confusion. Like, it doesn't have to be like this. Like, time on Earth is important, and that's what Saturn's teaching us right now. So it's like, if she just would have communicated, it would have cleared up a lot of these problems that happened, and I would have had way more opportunities to focus on growing and becoming a better person. But instead, I had to deal with this burden. It's a burden. Being ignored in the silent treatment. You know, when you get in the silent treatment, the kinds of things that you try to do to open up communication it's not always the most logical, or, you know, because I was, out of the frustration and confusion, I was acting crazy and ungrounded. And anyone would. So I don't look at myself as a bad person for doing what I did, you know. I was just trying to open up communication and trying to stand up for myself against this. I mean, it's abuse. Let's just be honest. Like, I was abused by this person. That's the silent treatment's a form of abuse. You know, it's kind of shitty. It doesn't mean that I don't forgive her. It just like, but still, what gets to me, it's like, but you're still giving me the silent treatment. So you're sitting there and you're feeling bad. And now you're having compassion, but you're still caring more about yourself and what other people think about you instead of just caring about me and fucking doing the thing that you need to do. And it's like, oh, but I'll lose some fans over this, or friends might belittle, I don't, for some reason I want to say belittle, but can't find words for something sometimes. You know, I might lose friends or fans over this, and it's like, well, do you care about me? How much do you love me? You know, like, that's what I think. Like, how much does this person love me? Because, like, if you really love someone, no problem, you would let go of those things and take the risk, and right. Anyways, the energy seems really exciting, and I feel like this depression that started in the middle of December, I'm finally coming out of, and it feels so good, and I feel a lot of positivity, and I feel like a lot of good directions in my life right now with the sound healing and making the pine sap, and I'm hoping to lose more weight this summer because I gained weight over the stress of dealing with this person. And it's like, you love me, right? Why are you stressing me the fuck out? You know, why are you stressing yourself the fuck out? Do you love yourself? Why are you doing things that you know you need to let go of? Maybe I'm delivering her a message. Maybe she watches my videos. I don't know. But it's like passion. That's the energy right now. Passion. If you're not following your passion, you're just going to get stuck in the Capricorn energy, and it's going to be so easy to numb. That's how the astrology is. So you need to follow your passion now. You need to follow your passion now. You need to take a step forward and put all your energy towards breaking free and break through. And, you know, maybe this helps someone else, you know, but I'm just like relaying and expressing my situation. I'm kind of channeling this. You know, breakthrough is the energy that my twin flame needs to hear right now. That's the guidance. Channeling's real. Like, I feel like I have to defend myself because I've been called delusional and psychotic, or in like if you're seeing angels and energy, and you know, maybe there are people that are schizophrenic and delusional, but you know, for the most part, I think a lot of people are experiencing psychic phenomena and having psychic openings and not knowing how to deal with it. So, trusting your energy, you know, trusting your psychic experience, your psychic hits and cues. Cal Forever here. Thanks for listening to my rant and my expression and my journal flow. Peace.